So I'm calling this an Ode to Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. And I realize odes are supposed to be sung, but really don't want to hear me sing. I didn't begin this book in a critical sense though, so it's going to not plot driven in the way that it is presented, so please forgive me. So it is by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock, who has lived in Alaska her whole life. She's worked with a lot of First Nations people in both Canada and Alaska. This is her first novel ever. This book is set in Alaska, in Fairbanks, which is her hometown, so I think she knows what's going on. In 1970s. It follows 4 teenagers as they go through 4 very life-changing things, but they're all intertwining in each other. None of them are friends at the beginning, and they don't appear together until the very last chapter. First we have Ruth wants to be remembered by her grieving mother. That's kind of a misdirection by the synopsis. Father died fighting for the civil rights of Alaska, and her mother left. And she's left to live with her grandmother and her sister. And then she gets pregnant, and most of the plot is focused on her dealing with her pregnancy. And we have Dora, who wishes to be invisible by her abusive father. I feel like they are opposites of each other because Ruth always feels like she's invisible, and Dora just wants to disappear. And then we have Alice, who is staying home to please her parents. She wants to be a dancer, but her father needs her on the boat. Hank, who is running away for the sake of his brothers, his stepfather is a mess. That's the premise of the book. I won't go into too much because as it is split 4 ways and very character driven, which is my favorite kind of stories. A lot of people complained about that. I absolutely loved it. I would say the thing I loved most about it was the writing, story, and the characters coming together. That is the smell of 2 worlds colliding. That's one of the last quotes in the book, and the whole novel is intertwined in such a beautiful way. This year, as being a booktuber and reviewing on Goodreads, I've become much more aware of the books that I like and why I like them and why I don't like them. And this book cemented me in that I like books that have themes. I like books that explore things. I should be an English teacher. I want to take this book and present it to a class. I would also say her imagery was beautiful, but it wasn't even imagery. Many people say they picture themselves and they picture the scenes. I don't book I can picture the scenes because it was not described in detail of what it looked like, but rather it smelled like, which is a sense so minimally explored. I'm beginning to believe everything changes us to some extent. Every one of these experiences change them, and everyone coming in contact with different people changes them. And I love how that's explored. So many books are way too static in that even though they go through things, they don't necessarily change their outlook. I love books that explore things. This is a book that explores a lot of hard subjects. It explores things like racial identity and racial discrimination, poverty, death, teenage pregnancy, sexual abuse, divorce, running away, and the contrast between dreams and family obligation. And Hitchcock does it in such a way that she doesn't short-sight any of those things. So many books don't really go into why these were big issues, and even though she doesn't explore them extensively, I feel like she does a very good job. The minor characters were also very well developed. A couple other quotes that I love. It suddenly dawned on me there's a big difference between feeling tired and being weak. It's still there, my own heart, cobbled together and a little worse for wear, but it's definitely not all beat out. If you get a chance to read or listen to, as I did, The Smell of Other People's Houses, take it because give this author a shot. I think she did a great job. Anyways, have fun and happy reading on all your adventures.
Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name.